Hey Omis, I'm Stephen Ewashkiw from Adventure Yoga. Thanks for joining me today for this 35-minute Yoga for Strength 360-degree core strength class. Doesn't that sound exciting? It is exciting. I actually just did it, I just taught it, so I know. I've done it, it's fun. This was actually the practice I wanted to do this very day this morning and I didn't do it, so instead I just filmed it for all of us so that we could do it. Is that cheating? I don't think so. It was really fun and I hope you get a lot out of it too. We're gonna tap into your internal strength today and build on that. Unroll your mat. We're gonna start in child's pose so you can unroll your mat and get there and you'll be there already when I say in a few seconds, please come into child's pose. See you there. Please come into child's pose. Take whatever child's pose you would like. Knees wide, fold forward, arms stretched out if you'd like to do what I'm doing, but you can do whatever version you like here. Whatever part of your hands is touching the ground, just make that connection a little more conscious. Push a little bit with your fingers, with your hands. And do the same thing with your feet. Push down through your toes, through the tops of your feet, even work to push down through the fronts of your ankles. Just start to create a little bit of energy here. Push down with your hands and your feet. Think about your belly and move your belly button back towards your spine a little. Just to start a little engagement in your abdomen. And now start to bring that conscious awareness to your breath. What does that mean? Just be aware of your breathing. Be consciously aware, rather than just letting yourself breathe. Pay attention to your inhale and your exhale. They're going to help you through this work. And it's from each breath that we gather our strength. But that strength is something that we generate inside us. That's already there and we just wake up. We build on it, sure, but we wake it up from inside us. Push down through your hands and feet, tone your belly a little to start to wake up your strength. And then use that to bring yourself up into all fours. Bring your knees under your hips, shoulders over your wrists, and move through a couple rounds of cat and cow. For cat pose, round your back, and for cow pose, arch your back. In cat pose, you move your face towards your hips, hips towards your face, and round your back. In cow pose, you kind of do the opposite. You move your chest forward and up, hips back and up, and you arch your back so your belly stretches. They're both good poses for stretching and strengthening and waking your body up. Get you ready for the next little bit. Do another couple of these. And then come to neutral, all fours. Stretch your right arm out in front of you. Turn your right palm in. Stretch your left leg back. Have your left knee facing the ground, not turning out to the side. Push through your left hand, push through your right leg. So your knee, your lower leg, your right foot. Get active, just like we did in child's pose. Create that strength here. Then lift up through your inner back legs, so through your inner left thigh. Engage your left butt to lift it a little higher, and then lift through your right thumb. And now look forward. So lift your chest up and forward, a little like we did in cow pose. And then a little like we did in cat pose, round your back, bring your elbow and knee to touch. Vinyasa, Vinyasa. Stretch it out, look up, and then come back in, elbow to knee. Stretch it out, lift through your left heel, elbow to knee. Stretch it out, engage your left butt, lift. Draw your belly in and up, round your back, elbow to knee. One more, stretch it out. One more, bring it in. Hands and knees, right hand down, left knee down. Come back to your breath. Just return to that center place. That place that will help you find the calm in the storm, as it were. Stretch your left arm out in front of you, lift through your left thumb, and stretch your right leg back. Have your right knee facing the ground, and then engage your right butt and lift through your inner right leg a little more. That's to help keep your right knee facing the ground. Lift through your left thumb, lift your chin out of your chest and look forward. Push down through your left lower leg, push down through your right hand, push down through your left foot, and bring your elbow and knee to touch. Vinyasa. Stretch it out, bring it in. Round your back, elbow and knee to touch, stretch it out. Lift through your right heel and draw it in. Touch, stretch it out, engage your right butt, lift your right leg, draw it in, move your belly back towards your spine. One more, stretch it out. One more, bring it in. Hand and knee down, back to all fours, and back to your breath. Plank pose, Konasana. Tuck your toes, straighten your legs, push through your hands, move your belly back towards your spine a little, and then bend your elbows and lower part way, lower part way, lower part way, again and again until you're all the way down on your belly. Yeah, not so bad. Place your feet flat, stretch your arms back at your sides, and then turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Push down to the tops of your feet, push down to the tops of your hands. Lift your head, lift your chin, lift your shoulders. So that will also lift your chest some. Keep your hands on the ground, keep your feet on the ground. And then move your belly, this is a little weird, move your belly away from the ground. It'll probably stay exactly on the ground, but we're hoping to engage the muscles in your belly and move them back towards your spine a little. So see if you can get that little engagement. Navel back towards spine, and then bring your chin down to the ground again. Keep your navel moving back towards your spine. Keep your shoulders off the ground. Lift your head and lift your chest again. And then come down, bring your chin to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, bring your chin down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, bring your chin down. One more, inhale, lift your head and chest. Stay here, exhale, lift your hands. Inhale, stay here, lift your chest. Lift your feet off the ground and exhale. Stay here, inhale, lift your feet higher. Push your hips down, lift your chest, exhale. Come all the way down, inhale. And come back to your breath. Place your hands beside your chest, like you're going to do cobra. Tuck your toes underneath you, like you're going to do plank pose. Draw your elbows in a little and stretch your elbows back towards your feet. Push through your hands, push through your toes, and then imagine that action of moving your belly back towards your spine a little. Do that here. Plank pose. You can come to your knees if you need to. Push through your hands, lift through your hips and your chest, push through your hands, straighten your arms, plank pose. And now, how do we get there? Uttanasana, downward facing dog. And come to your breath. Shift forward into plank pose. Shoulders over your wrists, push through your toes. Now think about the sides of your waist. Draw the sides of your waist in towards your belly button a little and move your belly button back towards your spine a little. Not to round your back, but to strengthen your core. And then back to down dog. Keep that cinching in and moving back with your belly and back to plank. Draw the sides of your waist in and belly back a little, just to get it toning, and then keep that back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, walk forward. Come to Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend your knees, place your hands on your waist, and stand up. Tadasana, stretch your arms down at your sides. Push down through your feet, stretch up through your spine. Lift your right knee until it's as high as your hip, and then bring your right foot down. Lift your left knee as high as your hip, and bring your left foot down. Lift your right knee as high as your hip, and now lift your right knee as high as you can. Bring your right leg down. Lift your left knee as high as your hip, and then lift it as high as you can. Bring your left leg down. Pause. Stretch your arms out in front of you, bend your elbows in at your sides, and turn your palms to face the ground. I'm turning this into yoga work by having you do these very specific actions, but really what we're going to do is high knees. Bring your right knee to touch your right hand, then your left knee to touch your left hand. If you do any fitness classes, you probably know what high knees are. It goes like this. You don't have to hit your hands. It's probably really loud on the microphone. I'll move my hands out of the way. You don't have to hit your hands, but just lift your knees repeatedly. It's called high knees. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Now it sounds like we're in the military, don't do that. Stretch out to your spine, or do that. No, whatever. I'm not getting into that conversation right now. We're doing high knees. All right, now we're gonna go to what we call butt kickers. So for butt kickers, guess what you do? You're gonna kick your butt. I'm just gonna move back in the camera a little more. You're gonna kick your butt, so switch it around. Kick your butt instead of lifting your knees. You can bring your arms down your sides here, or whatever you like. You can do like running man. Work to have your knees stretch straight down. Rather than coming forward as you kick your butt, that's going to get you more quad stretch, which is partly what we're doing here. Get your heart rate up. All right, back to high knees. You can do a hand thing or not. Yeah, it's an awesome sound. We'll whistle. Back to butt kickers. Yeah, doing them with you. It's all good. High knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Butt kickers for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Slow it down. Come into a little slow jog, because probably not great to just stop right away. Get your heart rate to slow down a little. Brush your hair back out of your eyes a little. And then eventually come to a stationary position, back to Tadasana. Then take your arms out to your sides in cactus pose, and take your right knee and right elbow to touch each other. Do a little side bend. And then bring it down. Left side, left elbow, left knee, and bring your foot down. Right side, left side. And keep going. You can do these at your own pace. At the top, when you get elbow to knee, hold for just a moment. Feel that pause as your muscles flex and hold you there. Just refine it a little. Rather than just coming and going, take a little moment there. All right, do one more on each side. Have your last side be the left, and then bring your arms down, Tadasana. Yeah, stay on the top of your mat, Tadasana. Stretch your arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Fold forward, move your belly back to your spine as you come into forward fold, Uttanasana, and then Ardha Uttanasana. Straighten your arms, lift your chest. Palakasana, plank pose. Step back, shoulders over your wrists. Think about that belly action. Move the sides of your waist in and move the front of your belly back towards your spine a little. Not to round your back, but to engage your core. Keep that work. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hug your elbows in and bend them back. Lower your torso evenly. Tone your belly to help. Upward facing dog, feet flat, hips off the ground, curl it up. Downward facing dog. Push it up and back. Inhale here. Exhale here. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. Shift forward like plank. Keep your right leg lifted. And then bring your right knee in towards your nose, like we did in Vinyasa. Bring your nose back towards your knee. To get closer, use your back foot. I know it sounds weird, but roll up onto your tiptoes of your back foot. Pull your left heel forward more, and you might find, oh look, I got elbow to nose for the first time. I mean, knee to nose, the elbow of the leg, the knee. All right, down dog, lift your right leg up. The elbow of your leg, bring that to your nose. Shift forward, bring your knee to your nose. Nose to your knee, shoulders over your wrists. Push it up and back. Shift forward, knee to nose, and lift it up and back. 2 more, knee to nose, and up and back. And 1 more, knee to nose, up and back, lift your right leg, and then bring your right leg down, down dog. Lift your left leg up. All right, same thing on the other side, tone your belly. Lift your right heel and pull it forward to shift your shoulders over your wrists like plank, and then pull your left knee in. Bring your nose towards your knee, knee towards your nose, pull it in, and then push it up and back, 3-legged dog. Lift your left leg. Shift forward, knee to nose to knee, shoulders over your wrists. Push it up and back. Shift it forward. To get your nose and knee closer to each other, pull your right heel forward more, right up onto your tiptoes, and up and back, down dog. 2 more, shift it forward, nose to knee, push it up and back, lift your left leg, shift forward, knee to nose, and lift it up and back, left leg up, and left leg down. Downward facing dog. Right? Good times. Shift forward into plank pose, and lower all the way down onto your belly. Come onto your belly and place your hands on the ground in front of you. So I'm just gonna turn around for this. This gives me a little more space. Place your hands on the ground, make a little forehead pillow. So stack your hands so that you can rest your forehead on your hands. That's what I'm trying to say. Seems good, right? Yeah, that can be a little misleading sometimes. Push down through your feet, so push the tops of your feet down, push all of your toes down, and then think about your belly. Move the sides of your waist in a little, like you're trying to do up a tight pair of shorts, and then move your belly back towards your spine a little. Keep that. Keep your hands touching your head, and lift your hands and elbows and head off the ground. So lift up together with your hands and your head. Good times. Once you get up here, breathe. Notice how you move a little as you do your inhale and exhale, and then come down. So your breath can help you. I find I get a little bit higher up in the lift with my inhale. So I'm going to try to come up with an exhale and then do a big inhale while I'm up. And you want to do that with me? Or if you want to do the opposite, follow along, but just hear the opposite. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. With your exhale, we're going to come up. Exhale. Now inhale. And come down. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Come up. Inhale. Come down. Exhale. Inhale here. And come up with your exhale. Inhale, come down. Exhale here. 1 more. Inhale, come up. And exhale, come down. Bring your hands beside your chest like cobra. Tuck your toes under like plank pose. In plank pose, tone your belly, push through your hands, push the earth away, and straighten your arms, straighten your body, Konasana. Downward facing dog, push it up and back. Shift forward to plank pose. Downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank pose. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. This time stay in plank pose, shift forward into plank pose, and stay. Take your left hand and touch outside your left hip. Just do it. One-handed plank. Now work to bring your left shoulder as low as your right. It won't happen, but do your best, and then plank pose. Now work to keep your right shoulder where it is. Take your right hand back, touch your right leg somewhere. And plank pose. So work to shift as little as possible. Take your left hand outside your left leg somewhere. Bring your left hand down. Work to not shift your body as much as possible. Touch outside your right leg with your right hand. Right hand down. Left hand outside left leg. Left hand down. Right hand and down. Left hand and down. Right hand and down. Left hand and down. Right hand and down. And down dog. And child's pose. And turn your palms up. Sit up and come onto your back. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground. Have your feet flat on the ground, about hip distance apart. And place your hands flat on the ground. Tuck your shoulders underneath you a little. Push your feet down, push your hands down, push your shoulders down, and lift your butt up a little. Come up about halfway, and then stretch your butt towards your knees and lift it up higher. Push your shoulders down and lift your chest up. So it's like bridge pose. So this is one option. The second option is to stretch your arms up to the ceiling. Cool. Choose one of those. Lower your hips down to the ground. Lift your hips up. Lower them down. Think about your butt. Squeeze it tight and lift it up. And then keep it squeezing as much as you can as you lower it. Squeeze your butt tight and lift it. And then squeeze your butt tight still as you're lowering it. Work to keep your glutes active the whole time. Lift up and lower. Hands up or hands down. Same work. And lower. Lift. And lower. This time at the top, hold it. And really work your sit bones at the very bottom of your butt towards your knees. And then lower your hips just about 2 centimeters and lift them back to where they were. Lower them 2 centimeters or like 1 inch and back up. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. 2 centimeters down, 2 centimeters up. Keep doing that. 3 more of those. Work to engage your butt the whole time. And after your third, you can just hold it up for a moment here. Thought you were done. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower your butt down. Keep your knees bent, keep your feet flat on the ground. Place your hands flat on the ground beside your hips, everybody. Straighten your arms. And then lift your head, look up past your knees. And then slide your right hand past your right foot. Do a little side bend. I call these oblique reaches. So slide your right hand past your right foot, shorten your right side, come back to center. And go to the other side. Slide your left hand past your left foot, shorten your left side, and come back to center. Look past your knees, shorten your right side. Come back to center, shorten your left side. Keep your head and shoulders lifted, come back to center, go to the right. Look past your knees, come back to the center, go to the left. Come back to center, go to the right. Come back to center, lift your head and chest, stay here, and go to the left. Come back to center, go to the right, come back to center, go to the left. Come back to center, and come down. Take the soles of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. Move your feet away from your hips though. So get a nice open knee joint, roughly like a 90-degree angle at your knee joint. And just allow your chest to relax, allow your knees to relax, and come back to your breath. Now push your feet together here. Push your feet down into the ground. And stretch your arms up and overhead. I thought we were resting, Stephen. Well, you thought wrong. Push down through your feet. These are butterfly curls. Lift your arms. We'll do the first one slow. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, look past your feet. Now reach your arms towards your feet, and then reach for your feet, well, past your feet. Lift your head and chest, reach up, reach forward, like you're trying to pass a beach ball forward for some strange reason, and then come all the way back. Take your arms up and overhead. If your feet came off the ground while you were doing that, move them further away from your hips, and that will help keep them on the ground. They make a good counterbalance here. All right, stretch your arms up, lift your head and chest. Keep going, lift your shoulders, reach forward. Look, here's a yoga block. You can even use that and hold that between your hands, and then carefully go back and reach back behind you. So if you've got something to hold between your hands, you can come up, reach forward. Just gives you something to reach with, gives you something to push your arms into, and come all the way back. Keep doing these butterfly curls. You can do them at your own pace, or to keep your feet flat on the ground, well, the edges on the ground, or to control your descent as you go back. Really important for helping build back strength. We don't want to just get the front. We want all 360 degrees of our core working for us. Do 3 more butterfly curls. And then take a moment of rest. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Hold the fronts of your knees. And rock from side to side a little bit. Rock your knees back and forth a little bit. Bring your feet down to the ground. Stretch your left leg out straight. Bring your right knee into your chest a little more and hold outside your right knee with your left hand. Take your right hand onto the ground outside your body. Outside your body, outside your mat. I hope your arm is still part of your body. Look over your right shoulder, twist to the left. Take your right foot and rest it on your left leg. Push your right shoulder down into the ground as best as you can. And to get more length through your right side here, think about your right hip and work to move it towards your left foot and create a longer right side for your whole torso. Stretch it long and move your right hip towards your left foot. And come back to center. Change sides, straighten your right leg, bend your left leg, and hold your left knee with your right hand. Place your left hand on the ground beside you. Still part of your body. Look over your left shoulder, move your left knee over to the right. Touch your left foot down onto your right leg, twist over to the right, and push your left shoulder down into the ground. Think about your left hip and stretch that towards your right foot. Get a longer left side of your torso here. Come back up to center. Then both knees, place your feet on the ground. Place your hands flat on the ground beside you, just a little bit outside your hips, still on your mat. Push your shoulders into the ground. We're going to do another bridge pose, but just a gentle one. Push through your hands and your feet, lift your hips up, push your shoulders down, tuck your shoulders in a little, push your hands down. Open the front of your hips here, open the front of your belly. Use the shape of the pose to hold you here. So push through your feet, push through your shoulders, use your hands for a little bit of support. And use the strength of your legs, but relax your butt a little. Stretch across the front of your belly. Make your breath conscious. And then bring your hips back down to the ground. Stretch your legs straight out. Stretch your arms up and overhead. And then stretch. Point your toes. Stretch through your fingers. Stretch. If you have space to do a little side bend here, do a little side bend to each side. And then bring your knees up and towards your chest and hold the fronts of your knees, but move your knees away from you until your arms are straight. So just sort of catching your knees and holding you there. Relax your feet, relax your ankles. Close your eyes. I find this is a really nice way to just start to settle. The push away of my legs and that resistance, that stability that my hands and my arms bring just helps me find a little bit of freedom here. Find your own moment of peace here. And then find your way into a longer moment of peace in Shavasana. Stretch your legs out. Separate your legs and turn your feet out. Turn your palms up at your sides. Close your eyes if that's relaxing. And rest. Think about your belly and release it. Think about the sides of your waist and let them expand. Think about your head and your shoulders and your mid-back, and release them down into the earth. Let go. Start to deepen your breath. move it through your body. Move your fingers and your wrists. Maybe even yawn. Stretch through your arms and your legs and your feet and your ankles. Just move your breath through your body. Wake yourself up. Bend your knees. When you're ready, turn to your side and come up to seated. Close your eyes or look down at the ground and bring your hands together into Anjali Mudra, the prayer position. Hold yourself up with this strength that you have cultivated, that you have activated from inside you. Hold yourself up. So what we're working to do is find that strength, find that support network inside ourself and activate it and nurture it and build it so that we can support ourselves in whatever adventures we choose. Thanks for practicing. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. I hope that you got a little bit sweaty. Honestly, I hope you did, because that can feel good. I hope that you feel a little bit stronger and that maybe later today you'll feel a little bit exhausted. That's all good work, in my opinion. So thanks for working hard. Thanks for being here. If you'd like to do another class with me in the future, there's a class of mine that you can just click on now and add it to your watch later list. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, I mean, come on, it's super easy. Just click my picture right there, and that's it. You've subscribed. Oh, and if you have any questions or comments, stick it in the comments below, and I'll get back to you. See you later, homies.